Hello, and welcome to Sayers Baked Goods. Today we're going to be making brown bread. It's a very simple recipe, but all bakers should know how to make this. So, let's get into it. So to get started, we're going to put our yeast with our flour. I've already weighed out my salt with 100 ml of water, and both my sugars with 300 ml of water. That's the regular sugar and the molasses. And of course I have my butter ready as well. Once I get the yeast in here, I'm going to just put the sugar water in, get it nice and going, then add the salt water and butter. So let's get started. Some yeast. So now that we're ready for the machine, make sure you mix this nicely. Make sure all of that molasses is stuck off the bottom. You don't want to lose any of that. Then you're going to add your sugar water. We're going to slowly mix this on one. Just for that long. It's now starting to form a dough. We'll add our salt water and our butter. Now that we have everything in, we're going to mix it until it forms a nice dough, and then put it on medium speed for about 8 minutes. Once it gets to this stage where you got most of it mixed together, you can turn it on to medium speed and just let it go for 8 minutes. So here's how your dough's gonna look. It's gonna be nice and soft, but you'll notice that you're not tearing it when you poke it. All it's doing is bouncing. That's what you want. So we're just gonna let this sit off to the side with a damp towel on it. It's fairly hot today, so this will probably double in size within 20-30 minutes. But depending on how your circumstance is, make sure it just doubles in size. Even if it's 2 hours or longer, just make sure that it doubles in size before you punch down. So we'll wait till then. Okay, so it's doubled in size now, so make sure you punch it down. If it's nice and wet like this, you can use a little bit of flour to make sure it doesn't stick to you. Pour any excess flour so you can knead it a bit. Then we're just going to form this back into a ball, or sorry, a loaf, and get it in the pan. We'll let it proof the second time, and just put it in like this. I need a bit more flour. Once you have it nice and tight on top, bouncing back at you, make sure that you put the butt on the bottom of your pan, and then press down to make sure that it's inside the whole pan nicely. And we'll cover this again and let it proof for another 20-30 minutes. For me, depending on your situation, just let it double in size again. While your dough proofs, preheat your oven with a pan of water underneath to get it nice and steamy so that you get a nice crust. It's now doubled in size. Again, I would spray this. I still don't have a spray bottle, sadly. But you can spray this with water, you can put flour on it, oats or something, if you want to test out some new things for yourself. But we're going to start baking this at 425, 25 to 35 minutes, depending on your oven. So let's get baking. So take your bread out of your pan, tap it, sounds hollow, you know it's done. Oh, and be careful when you take it out, you don't want to crack it like I have. Try and keep it nice and good. I'm just going to set this up for pictures and to taste test so I can give you my feedback. So far it's looking great. No explosions on either side, other than my mistake of a big crack here. Luckily this is for myself. Looks like it's gonna be nice, fluffy. The crust is nice and dark. Exactly what I'm looking for. So let's let this cool down and give it a taste test. Let's give it a nice taste test. Nice and light. The inside is nice and fluffy. Very good brown bread. This crust is really important. You want to make sure you get a nice good one. Gives it that nice rich flavor. If you've liked this video, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I even have my own website. Thank you, and have a nice day.